Arthur and the Scholar's Challenge. In the grand kingdom of Aldoria, King Harold was renowned for his wisdom and fairness. His only child, Princess Evelyn, was the pride of the kingdom. Admired for her grace, intelligence, and beauty, she was beloved by her people and treasured by her father. One fateful day, a renowned scholar named Edgar arrived at the royal court. While his knowledge was vast, his arrogance overshadowed his intellect. Striding confidently into the palace, Edgar issued a bold challenge. "I am the greatest mind in all lands. If anyone can best me in a contest of riddles, I shall bow to their brilliance. But if no one succeeds, I demand the hand of Princess Evelyn in marriage." King Harold hesitated, for Princess Evelyn was not only his cherished daughter, but also the future of the kingdom. However, Edgar's challenge directly questioned the pride of Eldoria's royal court, and the king could not let it go unanswered. After much thought, he declared, "Very well. If you win, I shall grant your request, but if you lose, you must leave Eldoria forever." The contest began, and one by one, the court's scholars, advisors, and ministers attempted to answer Edgar's riddles. Each failed, their confidence crushed by the scholar's cunning questions. Frustrated and humiliated, King Harold issued a royal proclamation. "To the people of Eldoria, I invite you to a great challenge. Whoever defeats this scholar shall win the hand of my daughter, Princess Evelyn, in marriage." The proclamation spread quickly, drawing people from all corners of Eldoria. Knights, scholars, merchants, and commoners alike arrived at the palace, dreaming of marrying the princess and securing a place in history. Among them was Arthur, a young man of good looks but modest presence. He wasn't striking, nor was he unremarkable, simply a kind-faced, intelligent man. Known in his village for his quick wit and resourcefulness, Arthur had no dreams of grandeur or marriage to royalty. Instead, his heart burned with the desire to defend his kingdom's honor. The royal hall buzzed with anticipation as contestants stepped forward, only to falter under Edgar's challenging riddles. When Arthur's turn came, his composed demeanor and quiet confidence caught the king's attention. "I accept your challenge," Arthur said, his voice steady but calm. Edgar smirked. "Let us see if you fare any better than the others. Let's begin with the first question. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I?" Many before Arthur had guessed wrongly, but Arthur took only a moment to reply. An echo. The hall erupted in murmurs of approval. Edgar's smugness faltered. With a smirk, Edgar presented the next. "Here's another one. Let's see if you're ready for the real challenge. I am always in front of you, but cannot be seen. What am I?" Arthur smiled slightly and replied, "The future." The crowd applauded loudly, and Edgar shifted uncomfortably. Edgar's eyes narrowed as he declared, "Now we're getting to the tricky part. Answer this, and you might just surprise me. I am not alive, but I grow. I do not have lungs, but I need air. I have no mouth, but I can drown. What am I?" Arthur thought briefly and then said, "Fire." Edgar's smirk was now completely gone. "You've done well so far, but this next one will test your true worth. The more of me you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?" "Footsteps," Arthur answered without hesitation. The crowd roared in approval. Edgar was visibly nervous. "I hope you're ready for the hardest of them all. This question will separate the wise from the rest. What can fill a room but takes up no space?" Arthur paused briefly, then said, "Light, The crowd erupted in cheers as Edgar struggled to maintain his composure. Desperate, Edgar declared, "One final question. If you fail, the princess is mine, and the king must honor his word." The hall fell silent as Edgar posed his hardest question. "I have cities but no houses, mountains but no trees, rivers but no water. What am I?" Arthur closed his eyes, deep in thought. The silence was heavy, and even King Harold leaned forward in his seat. After a long moment, Arthur opened his eyes and said, "A map." The room erupted in thunderous applause. Edgar slumped in his chair, defeated and humiliated. Arthur turned to the king and spoke humbly. "Your Majesty, I did not come here to win the princess's hand. My sole intention was to protect the dignity of Eldoria and your royal court." The court fell silent, moved by Arthur's humility. King Harold rose and addressed the crowd. "Arthur, you have shown unparalleled intellect and unmatched honor. These are the qualities of a true leader and a worthy husband for my daughter." Turning to Princess Evelyn, the king said, "What do you say, my dear?" Princess Evelyn, who had watched Arthur closely, stepped forward and smiled. "Father, Arthur is indeed worthy. If he agrees, I would be honored to marry him." Arthur, deeply moved, accepted. The kingdom celebrated the union of Princess Evelyn and the man who had saved Eldoria's pride with his intelligence and character. And that's the end of the story. The moral of the story is that true greatness lies in using one's gifts to uplift others with humility and honor, not for personal gain. Hope you learned something new. Thanks for watching.